of course, from Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's good to see you again, Michele. Welcome back.
Thank you, Sarah. It's great to be here.
So what gives you the confidence to reaffirm that sales and earnings growth that was pretty bullish going in?
Well, we've continued to see accelerated momentum on our business. In fact, 2022 was a record year in terms of our performance. And going forward, our categories really align well to what we're seeing in terms of consumer trends. Consumers are spending more time at home. They are consuming more food at home. They are very interested in emotional well-being. And our chocolate category in particular is a place that they come to seek that comfort that they're looking for.
Do you see any evidence, Michele, that consumers are either pushing back against inflation or slowing down because of the changing economy? Any change in behavior around that?
Well, clearly, consumers are faced with making some difficult decisions given these inflationary times. But we have seen our categories be incredibly resilient. And I think that's because there are accessible, affordable indulgences during these very difficult times. In fact, consumers have told us chocolate and salty snacks are two things that they are not going to cut back on, that those are important for them at this point in time. So we continue to see a lot of interest in our categories. We offer a wide array of products at different price points, and I think that makes it easy for everybody to participate.
What is happening on the pricing front, Michele? Because food inflation has been among the most stubborn areas of the entire basket to come down. Are you still raising prices? Are prices still going to be elevated for a while? What can you tell us?
So we're always evaluating the marketplace to understand what we need to do to drive our business most efficiently in terms of the role that price needs to play to cover costs or to enable reinvestment. So we do have pricing contributing to our growth this year. But going forward, we also are excited about a lot of the opportunities to expand our portfolio in confection, to accelerate our position across sweets and better for you, which are two high growth segments. And then we have the growth in our salty snack portfolio with the acquisitions that we've made over the past several years on Skinny Pop, Pirates, and Dots, and really integrating those acquisitions and scaling them for the future.
Michele, it's Dom here. One of the things that I thought about as we were kind of getting ready and talking to you, we had Petco CEO Ron Coughlin on this morning on Squawk Box talking about the dynamic there. You're one of the big consumer brands companies out there that does not have a presence in pet foods or pet products. Many of your competitors do, from privately held Mars to, Colgate Palmolive, other snack makers. Is pet food something that you would get into at some point? I'm a two-dog person, so I'm just curious.
Yes, I have a dog that I love like a human myself. Right now, we are really focused on human snacking. And there's so much opportunity ahead of us in our popcorn and pretzel businesses that our first focus is really to continue to drive. Skinny Pop is almost $500 million in revenue. Dots nearly $300 million. So we're really focused on those areas of the portfolio first.
Are you looking to make more acquisitions in salty snacks in particular?
So we are always open to acquisition, and our strategy hasn't really changed. We continue to look at on-trend categories, growing high-growth brands, as we've purchased recently, that enable us to really tap into incremental snacking occasions. So while we're going to focus on what we have and really realizing the full value of that, we are always scanning the marketplace, and for the right acquisition, we would absolutely pursue that.
I guess, Michele, the biggest question around the stock right now, and it has been a sleeper, a winning sleeper, is what long-term revenue growth looks like. No question, it's been really strong in COVID, coming out of COVID, people eating more at home. You get the benefit of higher pricing. But is there any reason to believe that long-term, those are structural trends where that double-digit growth will continue?
Yeah, as we look ahead, we're very optimistic and confident in the future. Some of the trends really seem to be enduring. The move that we've seen to consumers spending more time at home, and I think we all see that every day. We know that many consumers have the flexibility to now work at home part of the time. I think that trend is here to stay. I think with all of the continued volatility that we see in the marketplace, when it was first COVID, it was global supply chain issues, inflation, some of what's going on with banking now, that consumer desire for emotional connectivity, I think, is going to remain as well. So as we've polled consumers and looked into the future, for example, we know that this year, millions more consumers than ever are saying they want to participate aggressively in Easter with family and friends. It's all about kind of regrounding back to what's important in their lives. And I think that's a trend that's here to stay.